towards the red line, shoveled in deep. Johnson slows it down, came out towards the front, and a big save from Johnson, covering up his own mistake. Oh, he gave the puck to McRae, who had a good look from it in tight, but Johnson following the puck, able to get back in front of the net just in time to make that save. Not often you see something like that from Cam Johnson, but that ability to cover it up, you see that a whole lot. Keeps the game scoreless. Blades third line on the ice now. Chow down the left side. Puck slides away from him below the goal line. Just plays it around the backside of the net towards Tyson at the hash marks. Spades it back down low behind the net. Lowen takes Chow out of the play. Grando grabs the puck. Ahead for Crane. Not able to clear it out. Chow with it. Tosses it around the boards to the opposite side. Chow taken down by Lowen. Pulls free. They jaw at each other as the play continues on. Hislop grabs the puck. Former North Bay Battalion defender across the ice to the right side for Lang. And Jacksonville moves up into Florida's end. Pass towards the front. Tipped away from Grando. Sliding towards the net. And Johnson just covers it up. Not taking any chances with that puck. 11:20 to go in the first period. Scoreless between the Everblades and the Icemen. You're listening in on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades Broadcast Network. Jacksonville out shooting Florida 4-0, but there's no score on the board thus far at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. 11:20 remaining in the first period. Face off to your broadcast right in Florida's end. Won by Jacksonville, trying to set up for something with their second line on the ice. Coughlin pushes down the boards. Blades take it, get it out. 2-on-2, moving up Betts right side. Watched by Chukarov. Betts gets around Chukarov. Shot stop and covered up by Vernon on the rebound. Betts catching Ivan Chukarov in a tough spot. Gets a good opportunity at the bottom of the right circle. But Vernon there to make the save. Down low for Harris. Up the left flank. Harris around the circle. Spins it back. Hislop along the wall. Puts it below the goal line. Cockrell looking off for Harris. And he puts it home. A low shot squeezes its way through. Brendan Harris gets his 6th goal of the season. And the Jacksonville Icemen a 1-0 lead, 2:01 into the second period. Puck given away right in the slot. Hargrove fires wide. The Icemen just gave the puck to Hargrove right in the slot. And his wrists are just a bit wide. That was a straight Christmas gift right there from the Icemen. Penalty coming up. Lowen and Lambden colliding. Lowen certainly got the worst of that one. Waiting, and it's Logan Lambden. They're giving the call, so it is a conditioned air penalty kill for Florida. Second of the game, and a chance for Jacksonville to grow their lead. High sticking called against Lambden. Goes into the sin bin, ready to serve his time, and it's a double minor. So it's a 4-minute power play for Jacksonville. A big chance to blow this game open for their group. Jacksonville 0 for 1, no shots on that first power play back in the opening period. Betts and Chow come out as forwards for Florida. Smolik and Sambrook, the defenders. Oliver Chow, 2 shorthanded goals this season. The Everblades overall this year tied for second in shorthanded markers with 5. Only the Adirondack Thunder, who've got 6 this year, have more. Face-off glove side on Johnson. Down to your broadcast left. Betts in the circle for the Blades. Up against Brown. Battle draw. 1 out by Jacksonville. Harris to the point for Chukarov. Down the left boards. Cockrell tosses it back for Chukarov. No shooting lane. Cockrell spun back. Chukarov, right circle. Harris across. Now Chukarov. Back to Harris. Fires and blasts it high and wide. Might have hit off a blade out front. Sambrook going for the puck. Can't get it in the corner. Passed over to the weak side. Missed Harris. Saucer pass middle of the line. Chukarov quickly played it back. Now Cockrell left circle down to the goal line. Brown across towards the back door and just over the crossbar. A great look for Liam Coughlin. Was falling down and elevated it too high. And now the puck gets around Chukarov, and Betts going for it shorthanded. Gets it on the boards, close side. Sharp angle try. Stopped by Vernon. Puck stays in play. Harris gets it and quickly sprints up the ice down the left side. Harris over the line, blows by Gaudette, takes it below the goal line. Jacksonville changing up to the next unit. Grab Jordan, back for Harris. Knocks it out of the air, back to Zach Jordan. Left on the wall for Harris on the far side. Tied up by Gisevich, trying to get free. Place it up towards the line, and a great diving play by Gisevich. Gets it out down the ice. Needham going up to it. Tied up, Gisevich joining, can't drag the puck ahead. And now Jacksonville comes back up. Potential 3-on-2. Kosh looking across to the middle. Goes over for Jordan, and a kick save made by Johnson. Needham grabs the rebound, spins it away towards the far corner. Gisevich gets to it, up to line, but not out. Lowen holding on side. 2:30 left in the double minor power play for Jacksonville. Kosh to the point. Lowen, right side Van Wy, a hard pass across, didn't connect with Kosh. Takes it below the goal line. To the corner, up the boards on the right side for Van Wy. Back over to Kosh. Takes it down low to the goal line, turns away. Passes, makes its way across into the skates of Jordan. And Doherty strips it away and clears it down the ice. That brings us into the second half of this power play for Jacksonville. Blades halfway there on the kill, but still just under 2 minutes now to go on this man advantage. 2 shots so far for the Icemen. Starting to get their top unit back on the ice. Lowen still out there, drops it off to Harris. Forced over to the left side. Good play by Nurse at the line. Rings around the boards over to the far side. Cockrell pressed against the wall by Colin Tyson. Tyson worked over by Coughlin. Puck down low for Harris. Brown, quick passing, makes its way to the line. Lowen staying out there quarterbacking. Puts it on the right flank for Cockrell. Down below the goal line, Harris around the back side of the net. Pass up high on Brown, trying to settle it down. Pressured, Sambrook and Tyson all over him, but Brown able to get it away to the line for Lowen. Back to Brown in the left circle. Shot, save made Johnson, rebound below the goal line to Coughlin. Now Harris, Lowen, big blast, tipped just a little bit wide. Good stick from Coughlin out front. Nurse sacrifices his stick to dislodge that puck from Harris and get it down the ice. Coughlin, give and go, brings it back over the line, across. Harris sets up Lowen, and he cranks it over the crossbar. One-handed over to Cockrell. 3 people, an official and a player from both teams go down away from the play. A shot blocked by Smolik. Grabbed by Cockrell. 40 seconds left on the power play. Plenty of pressure from Jacksonville, trying to extend their lead. Feed out front for Brown, all tied up by Sambrook. The 2 of them shoving hard away from the play. Kyle takes Cockrell off the puck, gets it to the point, but Lowen holds on side of the left line. Across into the right circle. Harris fires just a little bit wide off a body out front. Grabbed by Lowen now. Cockrell left circle looking, puts it towards the back door and just missed the stick of Coughlin. Had it on the ice, ready to redirect that one home. 10 seconds left now. Cockrell fires, blocker save from Johnson. To the close corner. Cockrell takes it out front. Brown can't get it, and Kyle gets a clear, and the Blades get out of it. 4 shots for Jacksonville. Plenty of pressure, some great opportunities, but not able to extend their lead. Trying to do so here. Cheveldayoff shot stopped by Johnson. Rebound right into the left circle. McRae grabs it. Sharp angle, tries stop. Cheveldayoff takes it and scores. The Blades survive the kill, but right after, at 5-on-5, Jacksonville gets the insurance marker. It's Ty Cheveldayoff with his 3rd of the season, who makes it 2-0 with 7:26 to go in the second. Gisevich settles it down. Goes up the far wall, but not out. And then absolutely annihilated. Crane run over, a big hit from Carson Gisevich. Unloaded on him on the far boards. Hargrove towards Jacksonville's net. Steered away by Vernon to the far side. Flipped out to neutral ice. Smolik grabs it. Goes over for Landry. Blades trying to move back up the ice in transition. Pass to Lambden, missed. And that's an icing call against Florida. Face-off coming back down into the Blades zone. Carson Gisevich, a huge hit. Obviously this year he's been much more involved on the scoreboard, leading the Blades in points with 22, evenly split, and goals and assists with 11 of each of those. But he's got a lot of size, 6'3", 212 pounds. Pretty much all muscle on him. And when he can catch a guy like that, certainly a size mismatch with Brody Crane just being 5'11", 185, and had his head down. The perfect situation for a huge hit for Carson Gisevich. Blades chop the puck up to the line. Carter Allen, nice hold. Puts it down the board, but right onto the stick of Zmolik, who skates up the ice with it. Blades coming in 2-on-3. Zmolik got the pass to Kasevich, but he couldn't get a shot away from the boards. Cranked towards the net, blocked. Now grabbed by Chow. His wrists are blocked as well. Picked up again. A third try. Scores! Oliver Chow upstairs, glove side, and the Blades are on the board with 9:49 to go in the third. It's 2-1, and Oliver Chow makes it a one-goal game with his 11th of the season. Gaudette up top at the left point. Down below the left circle, Tyson for Chow. Not in a shooter's position, gives off to Gaudette. Back over to Chow, left circle. Forced onto the perimeter. Nice defensive work from Coughlin. Up top, big shot, Gaudette scores! Deflected right out front, and Florida ties the game with 3:23 to go in the third. Betts, Kyle, Gaudette start out for Florida. Harris, Cockrell, and Lowen on for Jacksonville. 3-on-3 overtime, 7 minutes, one more point available. The Everblades this year, 5-1 in overtime, including a win against Jacksonville on opening night. 3-2 in overtime. Anton Malmstrom was the hero that night. Most recent OT game for Florida was a loss, 2-1 at the hands of the Fort Wayne Comets. Blades controlling the puck right now. Overall this year, 5-1 in overtime. Jacksonville 3-2 in OT. Most recently, a 2-1 win against Orlando on the same night. Florida lost to Fort Wayne November 29th when they took that one thanks to Noah Lowen, 2-1 against the Solar Bears. Betts in the neutral zone. Goes to Marc-Andre Gaudette. Drop back for Kyle. Betts goes to the bench. Kasevich hops over. Gaudette goes off as well. Doherty comes onto the ice. Kyle still with it down the right side into Jacksonville's end. Stops. Leaves it on the boards for Doherty. Kyle heading off, still watching the play. Make sure he wasn't going to be getting a pass. Lambden comes out now. Doherty takes it out to neutral ice. Didn't like what he was seeing. Gives it back to Kasevich. Now Lambden over the line. Into the right circle. Towards the outside. Drive around the back of the net. Edge down along the boards. Good check from Cockrell. And Jacksonville takes control. Moving up 3-on-2. Lowen mishandled the puck. Whacked ahead, but away from Lambden. And Vernon skates out for that puck. Way out of his crease to make sure Lambden couldn't skate down to it. Brendan Harris with it. Christopher Brown comes onto the ice for Jacksonville. Lowen still out there. Drops it off to Brown, who will take it in deep to his own end to give his teammates time to get off. Florida makes changes as well. Tyson onto the ice. Zmolik and Chow out there as well now for Florida. 5:21 remaining in overtime. Coughlin on the right side of Florida's zone, down below the goal line. Skating by Zmolik. Good stick from Zmolik. Takes the puck away, and he moves up. Potential 2-on-1 alongside Chow. Zmolik right side. Puck rolled on him. And Chow forces Vernon to cover the puck as it comes towards him. Wanted to slide it away and see if he could send his teammates up on a 2-on-1. And unfortunate for Zmolik, he was looking across for the pass, and all of a sudden, right as he got to the top of the right circle, just started hopping on him. And by the time he was able to react to it and try and settle it down, it was already right on to Vernon, who just potted it and took the whistle. Craig Needham, Colton Hargrove, Anton Malmstrom on the ice now for Florida. Chase Lang, Ivan Shukarov, and Christopher Brown still out there on for Jacksonville. Malmstrom scored the OT winner in this building back on opening night. Backs off into the neutral zone with the puck. Moves it for Needham. Cycle now towards Hargrove. Off his skate, but no Jacksonville player in the vicinity, so Hargrove just calmly takes it back. In between the hash marks and his own end. Takes it behind the net. Pausing for a second. Leaves it to Malmstrom to start up properly. Malmstrom down the right side. Skating ahead of Shukarov. Almost lost it. Left it on the boards for Needham. Makes its way towards Hargrove in the middle. Trying to drop it off. Out front, Craig Needham towards the net. Huge save from Vernon. A great look with a backhand from Needham, but Vernon, a left arm save, keeps things going. Jacksonville up the other way. It's Lang into the circle. Stopped by Johnson. Blades trying to move up. Net's off, but the play will keep going as Florida possesses the puck. Needham down the ice. Wrist shot stopped. Rebound towards the corner. Blades toss it back. So once Jacksonville touches the puck, play will be blown dead, but Florida can keep pressuring right now as long as they maintain possession. Under 4 to go in overtime. Lang trying to get a touch. It's basically like a delayed call, except the Blades won't be going to the power play. Lang loses his helmet. He has to head off towards the bench. A little bit of 3-on-2 time, and Kosh gets his stick on the puck. So the Everblades can't take advantage. 3:51 to go in overtime. Florida 3 shots so far. Jacksonville with 1. 29-27 overall for the Icemen in the game. Linesman Quinn Schaefer comes to hit Johnson's net, set back onto its moorings. And face-off down in Jacksonville's zone. Lambden Gisevich back out alongside Marc-Andre Gaudette. Harris, Van Wy, and Logan Cockrell out there for the Icemen. Face-off glove side on Vernon. One into open space by Florida and controlled by Carson Gisevich. Left for Gaudette at his own blue line. Hinges it back to Gisevich, taking it over the center ice dot, over the blue line. Lambden now leaves it for Gaudette towards the left circle, watched by Harris. Peels back, trying to get some room. Harris all over him, takes the puck away, got it to Van Wy, who gave it right back to Gaudette. Down below the goal line, Harris another steal. This time got it to Cockrell. Cuts back to get more room, stops behind his net for a moment. Not chased by Gisevich. Harris taking it up. Chow onto the ice now for Florida in place of Lambden. Harris in the left circle, trying to do it all himself. Puck rolls off his stick right onto Johnson, who just pushes it away for Chow with his glove. Florida moving up 3-on-2, but Gaudette, nothing in the tank, heads off to the bench. Big blast from Gisevich's block, and Brown trying to counterattack the other way. Van Wy racing up to join him on a 2-on-1. Brown shuts up, rebound, and a big save from Johnson. Got the left pad on it. And Van Wy, he didn't like what he had on that shot, but the pressure keeps coming for Jacksonville. Cockrell doesn't have a shooting angle, turns back, gives off to Christopher Brown, left side. Loads, fires that shot, blocked by Chow, goes well wide. Cockrell takes the rolling puck back into the neutral zone. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in overtime. Iceman now getting some good pressure. A huge game saver from Johnson, keeping the action rolling. Shukarov brings it back into Florida's zone, promptly backs right back out. Leaves it for Coughlin down the left wing, around the back of the net. Right out front, Kosh scores!